This is a brief demo of the Mescaline with the Olegtronic 4060 Mark II. Some of the basics of it and what it does to the mescaline. Certainly some of this stuff won't be very musical, but that can be worked out later. One of the things that makes this work is this orange cable here has to connect to the mescaline there to get a common ground. There's a ground plug on the Olegtronic, and I connect it to the mescaline, and that doesn't seem to work. So having one cable into the remote in, or the convert input, allows these things to talk to each other across a common ground. The clock divider has a wave shape kind of like this. You can add more voltage, smooth it out, or use star voltage. It gets flatter. And if you flatten it out, you can see the impact. This is the voltage divider. If I make it slower, it gets down. There's quite a bit of variation depending where you are on the. This is audio range. This is getting down to low LFO range. Again, that's the clock divider. It's an oscillator output, certainly a lot higher frequency. But it gets down to, this is low audio. If you go up, it's very much in the audio range, and you can change the shape a little bit by starving it, and then okay, that's the oscillator. Also an LFO. Here I'm connecting the clock divider into the downsloping LFO, again changing the you can see the impact of that, making it the other way. The question becomes, what happens when you put the electronic on the channel? One of the things about the channel, which you may or may not like, is the envelopes, the attack-release envelopes, quite long. But there's a quick envelope from the electronic. Let's put it on a couple points here. We do. You get a pretty sharp attack release. And as you add patches, quite a bit of dissonance on that, but you get a much more rhythmic on-off on the notes. Now we have the clock divider on one channel note and the LFO from the electronic on another. You get this effect. And if you use the downslope LFO on another note, you get some offsets. And you can increase the speed. And diminish the intensity. Now, like the breadboard on the Mescaline, you can add components to the Olegtron to get some changes and stuff. Here I put a capacitor and an LED across some of the spots and hooked up the resonator to the LFO and sending that off to mental. Here's what it sounds like at a high rate. But then I have mantle and channel working together. You get some variation. It's a little more musically interesting. And you add some resonance to that through an H9.